Hey everyone, Presale here, your second favorite Uniswap ape. So in today's video, I'm going to be covering a project that is really interesting to me, and that's Waterfall Defi. So they just announced their IEO actually, so initial exchange offering of course, which will take place on Ascendex, which obviously is formerly BitMax. And this will take place, as you can see, on the 20th of October in the format of an auction. So let's go straight into the details of that IEO. So obviously it's going to be on the Ascendex platform with offering price $0.35, total supply of Waterfall Defi, WTF ticker, 100 million, initial circulating supply around 5 million. So initial market cap is around 1.5 million total, and it is a bit higher than the rest, but keep in mind this is not a gaming project. It's a DeFi investment project, which is really interesting. We'll get more into detail about it a bit later. But as you can see, here's the token vesting schedule. 100% unlock on TGE for this auction round. We'll go more into detail about the rest of the tokenomics on strategic and so on a bit later. Telegram, 5,000 members, a bit low, but they just announced their IEO, so I'm sure this is going to grow a bit. Let's have a look at their website, see what they're all about. So bringing true risk tranching to decentralized finance. So how does it work? There's going to be different portfolios. So each portfolio aggregates a curated list of yield farming strategy in DeFi, such as a portfolio aggregating lending vaults, AMMs, or a combination of both. Then there's going to be different tranches, junior ones and senior ones. And then there's going to be yields as well, that each tranche offers a different risk-adjusted yield. So the cash flows from the portfolio is paid in a sequential or waterfall-like manner, where the senior tranche is paid first and the junior tranche is paid last. So the higher tranches pay fixed yield and have low risk, while the lower ones have higher risk, but obviously you can make more. So this is an illustration of how it pretty much works. So the multiple DeFi assets going to a pool of generated yield. The senior tranche gets paid first, a certain fixed amount. Then the junior tranche gets paid if there is gains, basically the rest of the gains. So as I said already, it's collected reorganization and risk reward, where the junior tranche gets more if there's more profit, but they can also take a loss, whereas the senior tranche at a fixed return don't take any loss. So as I said, you can choose your appetite by choosing the different risk you want to take. And there's examples later on that I'm going to go through. So it's backed by leading investors. As you can see, these are some serious names here. Morningstar Ventures stands out, GBV, Divergence Ventures, Box Mining, Cream Finance is there. I mean, these names are really huge. So it shows that they really believe in this project. And I don't blame them. It looks really good. And, these investors are really big. So that's a really good sign. In terms of the team, you can see where they've had experience before, which is seriously impressive. So let's have a look at the tranching. So the key advantages of Waterfall DeFi tranches is diversification. So you can invest in a portfolio of DeFi assets instead of just one. Leverage yield, so the lower tranches allow risk-tolerant DeFi users to earn a leverage return, such as providing liquidity to DEXs, and higher fixed APY products. So by tranching a pool of riskier DeFi assets, the platform offers a safer fixed yield product that pays a higher yield than traditional vanilla products. So that means for the fixed yield, you can earn more, and also in the junior tranches, if obviously DeFi does well. So now here is an example. First one being what happens if there is a loss in the capital that you put in the pool. So in this case, as it shows you all the numbers, there's a $300 capital loss. That is taken by the junior tranche. Obviously, they're taking more risk. Whereas the senior tranche, they have their 4% fixed. They still make their 4%, but the junior tranche takes the risk and the loss on that. But then what happens if there is a large capital raise? So what if it goes up in value? Senior tranche is still fixed at 4%. So that is a 15% gain for them, but they only get 4%, and the remainder of those gains goes to the junior tranche. and they get 61% in this example. So you can see that's the benefit of being the junior tranche. The capital gains that the senior tranche misses out on goes to the junior tranche. So that is a really interesting concept, I think. Very curious to see how it plays out, and it really makes sense. I mean, there's benefits to both. If you want to take risk, you go junior one, you can make even more gains than just normal DeFi, because the senior tranche gains goes to you because they're accepting the 4% no matter what happens, basically. So what is the token going to be used for? What is its utility? As I said, the ticker is WTF. So they're going to have governance through DAO, obviously voting on DeFi asset eligibility, voting on change of yields, and deciding on fees and everything like that. Platform share revenue is also going to be through the token, dynamic incentivization, and structuring fees. So that will be what the token utility is for. So let's have a look a bit more in detail at the token metrics. Obviously very important. So this is how they allocated. 2% is for the public sale, which is the auction on Ascendex. Treasury 13%, team 10%, strategic investors 10%, partners and product development 20%, and community 45%. This is token emissions, obviously time and how many tokens are released. So in terms of the lock on the tokens, as I said, public sale 100% on TGE. Partners and product development 10% unlock TGE, rest linearly over 2 years, sent out on a weekly basis. Treasury 100% unlock at TGE but won't be circulating, and strategic investors 10% at TGE, the rest linearly over 2 years on a weekly basis, and team 10% unlock after 9-month clip. Obviously that's important. Rest 90% linear vesting for 2 years on a weekly basis as well. So overall, Waterfall DeFi gets a CAC Pro, obviously very pro rating. I'm really bullish on this one, really curious to see how it's going to play out. I think it's a really interesting project with really pro backers. So I think it's got tons of potential. So definitely join their channels if you want to have a look, take part in the BitMax auction, the Ascendex auction, if that's something you want to do. And join my channels. I'll be posting more also on upcoming projects. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.